All right, this is going to be my first look at the full Alphacore #1 official animated trailer from Rippaverse Studios. I did a review of the teaser, which I really liked. The whole music grabbed me, and I was really excited about that. So I couldn't get enough of that. However, this is the full trailer, so I'm expecting more. And let me preface this a little bit, saying that I've already ordered my books. I've seen the covers. Cover A had the two, I would assume, villain characters. So I'm assuming they're going to be revealed here. I did see a few, snippets of some characters and so forth. So, but other than that, I tried to stay away from that during the campaign and all the marketing and everything between us fans, actually. So this is my first viewing of the full trailer, and I just want to share my reaction, share my thoughts, and see, the campaign was already great. The covers are great. The merch is great. I'm excited about that. So I'm already all in for that. So let's take a look at the trailer and see how much more excitement that can bring for us fans as we await the actual release of the books. All right, let's take a listen in.
Floorspar can be an unpredictable city. Affluency doesn't mitigate its problems. In some ways, it amplifies them. This is why we're deployed.
That's the hit, man.
But we've seen better days.
Ingrid.
Then why are we just now debriefing?
This mission is not complete.
I only know of her. Our lack of data collection is a problem.
Valdez, I'm aware of your investigative talents. Braxwell spoke highly of you, and that's why you're on this team. Local law enforcement handles itself very well. But there are those with abilities. Some believe themselves to be good. Others don't even attempt to act as if they are. Either way, we're involved.
Next one.
Not everyone will agree with our status.
Fire team.
But that can be said for anything. May I remind you both, we're Alphacore, and failure is not what we do.
Okay, let me stop it there. All right, so the covers are out. This is the merch. Okay, great. First thought is I didn't expect Brian's voice to sound like that. It seemed a little out of place, but I can get the Texas tone from that. I'm not from Texas, so I'm just kind of grabbing from, movies with that happened in Texas, so that type of accent. So I would assume, that kind of matches it. But I just didn't think that would be Braxwell's voice. Brian's voice. But what I did like is that Eric's thing is about keeping with the lore, right? So everything that you just saw, well, in the beginning part, in the beginning part here where they're meeting up, right? The headquarters. This thing happened with the fight with Braxwell first, and then came after Ingrid, right? This is all in Isom number 1. So it matches, right? It's not something different. So whatever you read in the book is what you're seeing in animation. So here, they're talking here at the headquarters. The inside base looks a little bit more better than in the comic books. So I like that. Okay, so this is interesting. I noticed this right away. I was like, who's this chick here? So now it's Alphacore is not just made up of 3. Because I would assume that, but I just didn't know. Because if it's just 3 of them and they just handle their base, yeah, great. But they have a big facility, right? So there's bound to be more people, part of the team that's going to take care of communications, technology, cleaning, all that type of stuff. So there's more to the Alphacore team than just these 3. But I guess these are the 3, either the main exceps of the Alphacore team or the most powerful of the team. Not too sure. So we'll see if there's even more exceps in the Alphacore team when we get into the books. So there was a little bit more scenes here with Isom and Bloodruth with all these beasts. And so there's a lot of them, right? So although this shows like there's a lot of them in the book, if you haven't read it yet, there's a lot more. So you could see from the panels that there's a lot of the beasts. So not too much is added there, but they did show this dude. And I didn't expect, so when this dude was taken down, I didn't expect Braxwell to be the first one there. I thought, Brian Solari would be the one at the scene before everyone else. I would assume Brian is faster than Braxwell, but maybe as a leader, he has to tend to other things. So Braxwell, is available. He goes on in, takes care of business, quick, right? There are other team members here, right? So they're green. I believe they're part of the Alphacore team too. Maybe they were first sent in there to investigate. But yeah, so he likes to take care of business real quick. But this one here, okay, so this fire dude is back. That's a better look than what was in the teaser. Overalls, looks like he's made out of rock. There are some fans that mentioned he might be some sort of lava type. I can get that. But if it was lava type, I would assume lava would come out more. But it's just fire. He's made up of rocks, I would think. But big dude, man. Big dude. Still, I think Shadrin is a lot more scarier or more beastly than this dude. I don't know. But that's just a small little detail. But Brian is here to take care of this guy. So maybe either he was there first or he took care of Ingrid and Braxwell first, and Brian has to take care of business after that. But keeping with the lore, I would assume that all these scenes are going to be in the book, right? I don't think it's going to take up most of the book. I think these are just a few panels, a few sequences. There's going to be a lot more in the book. 96 pages. So I would expect a little bit more than just these few scenes. So more to the story. So here Ingrid is taking care of some other thugs. I don't know. I was thinking right off the back, Foot Clan from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The robbers. And there are 3 of them right there. Majestically standing, looking at the bad guys. One other thing I do want to mention, Ingrid here, when she's talking to when they're going back and forth here, I pictured her being sassy, but a little bit more, I don't know how should I say, mature sassy, not teenage feeling sassy. I'm not too sure. But hopefully you kind of understand what I'm trying to say. But I expected her to be a little bit more tougher in terms of her response, because that's the feeling I got when I read Isom number 2 when they went back to the headquarters. But overall, this is great. We get to see the voiceover or hear the voiceovers of these other characters. So that's that's interesting, especially for Brian Solar. We don't know if Braxwell even speaks, but he probably won't. I think that's kind of like his character. He just rather say what he's going to do. He actually does what he's going to do. So he's a doer. But yeah, it definitely builds off of the teaser. That's for sure. I'm excited knowing that there's going to be action sequences, action panels, because that's what I really liked about Isom #2 at the very end, when Isom and Bloodroot is fighting the beast. There's a whole lot of stuff going on. So if there's a lot of stuff like that and action sequences going on in Alphacore #1, I'm down for that. It just, the excitement, you know, you want, well, for me, I want action. The story is great. I want to hear some backstory, hear the planning. Chuck did say there's going to be a lot of investigative work. The Alphacore team, they don't just go in and take care of business. They do investigate, do research before they do all the hitting and so forth. So this is a police force type of exit group. So we're going to see a lot of that police type of world in Flores Park. So this is exciting stuff. So yeah, I like it. I'm gonna follow along. I love Alphacore. I just the art and the backstory so far from the Dokkan cards. I'm already in. Trailer adds to it. I like it. So if you like this content, go ahead and follow and comment below. Let me know what was your favorite part of the trailer, and what are you looking forward to in the book that you saw in the trailer and what you've seen so far. Till next time.